Evening all, how we doing? Oh, nearly a second like that. At least OBS was lagging a tiny bit. There's a random hair attached to me. There we go, but there's several. Let's do something about that. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Those of you in the US had a good Thanksgiving. Just a spot. Yeah, I had a, I would say, relatively chill day. I actually had quite a productive day yesterday. I did quite a lot of stuff. More than I've done today, if I'm honest. But yeah, somehow both productive and chill. I'll take it. It's definitely not something I'm going to complain about. It was good. Hope you guys had a good one. Starfield. Should be cool. We are continuing our mission with the Freestar Rangers. Still a deputy, apparently, despite how far down the rabbit hole we've gone. And we have tracked the group of discovered that the group of mercenaries who are trying to drive farmers off their land are the recently released from prison remnants of the 1st Cavalry, a armoured division mech pilots and the like from the Colony War, and they are not very happy because they spent 20 years in prison as a result of being court-martialed after they disobeyed orders. They were ordered to stop fighting, and they carried on anyway. So, yeah. Got what they deserved, really. But they felt that this was an insult to them and their sacrifices and the sacrifices of the people they had lost. I was like, yeah, so killing more people is really a great way of honouring that. But yeah, they've come out of prison and established themselves as a mercenary group, engaging in some sort of activity that we're not really too sure what's going on, other than the fact that they're up to something. There seems to be some third party involved who's hired them. And we have traced them back to via one of their commanders and via their financier back to a former mech workshop factory called The Factory. So we're going to go there and try and persuade them to surrender, although I'm assuming the odds are not exactly in our favour on that one. So we'll see how it goes. Holding a grudge? Yeah. Unfortunately, 20 years in prison doesn't really encourage somebody to drop their grudge, especially when the grudge is the reason they're in prison. Kind of just, you wake up in the morning, look around the room, and it's like, oh, I'm here because these fuckers screwed me over. If that was your attitude from day one, it's not going to change every morning you wake up there. But on the other hand, they also deserve it, so, Anyway, how did Steve? Evening, Darrell. Evening, Brad. Hope you're all good. Shall we? Looking forward to. I also did a little bit of work on a build for the weekend. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the video exactly, although I've got loads of, a respectable amount of footage for it. I don't know if I need it all or if I'll use it all. I'm going to twist things around and do something a bit different. But there will be a video, what day is it, Friday? Yeah, tomorrow. So that should be cool. Starfield, play at home. It's not really an outpost. Yeah, that one will be coming. 20 years of marinating in previous flavour. Yeah, certainly makes everything a bit spicier, doesn't it, Steve? Should be cool. Evening, Don City. How are we doing? Welcome on in. Yeah. So yeah, build is up and running. I think I've got everything else sorted, synced. Like I put the music back and stuff, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Good. Check me out on my forward planning. So I'm not quite sure where I actually am at the moment. My outpost, I think, because I think I dropped back there to drop some stuff off, didn't I? To see whether or not any new bits had been added to the shipbuilder landing pad. They haven't. Which sucks. Considering there's a whole load of other stuff that places I've visited and extra parts that I sort of... I have sort of acquired. Unfortunately, I can't use them here, which is a bit annoying. I've just noticed my nails look like shite. Yeah, there we go, that's better. One day I'll manage to cook without making a mess. Anyway, Quite like how this outpost looks in the evening at the moment. I'm still debating whether or not I want to add some extra bits and pieces though, like maybe something over there and maybe something over there, because these two halves are kind of quite separate really right now. You make that decision fairly soon. Anyway, let's check my inventory, make sure I'm all good. 111. Got a couple of things that needs to be stored. That needs to go. So there's a couple of things to get rid of. I think I got rid of everything else, didn't I? Yep. Apart from a few of the notes. Right. Okay. Oh, my nice little tickly. Cool plane. Always doing that.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Always forward planning. Not necessarily sticking to the plan, but always planning.
What's the good word, Chief?
Flippity-gibbet. That's a good word. Still got a couple of bits to get rid of. More throwables than I thought. I'll have to do a little detour and flog a couple of bits, I think. Where's going to be the place to do that, I wonder?
All thrusters firing.
Not really much to choose. I think maybe neon. Just because it'll be a little less hassle to get everything dropped off. Hey there, Osmandius.
From up here, doesn't it?
Chilled Friday night in order, is it? Well, I mean, it's usually in order, let's be honest, but put the feet up and chill. This is the way. Oh yeah, I picked up a random side quest while I was here. Not going to be doing it right now, but I've picked it up. That way.
Grab jump
Welcome to the
spinning
Freestar
down.
Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship.
Those stars.
Scan complete.
There we go. Says ask Frankie about Headlock, but I feel like it should be asked Frankie about Hollywood. See, as I heard the go. Nice. That's good. Hello, that way.
People joke. Say those balloon sellers work.
Packaged food?
We're fully stocked. Feel like making a purchase today? Best deals in town.
Not sure if I'm making a purchase. Definitely making some sales, though. I think we're good. Are there any grenades I wish I had not got rid of there? No, not really. Cool. Should a few
Thanks
pounds.
for stopping by our shop.
It's alright.
New will's good.
Treasure.
We have everything you.
Xion is very, very cool. Over 20 ship parts from hunting ships generally. And you see, like, watch your back. Yeah. Never mind the fact that you're the one protecting them.
If you want to see how short my temper is, talk.
Problem there, buddy? Yeah, I didn't think so. Need to get a decent picture of a character because he looks like a bit of a badass right now. Well, yeah, suddenly you think about whether or not I want to adjust the way he looks a little bit. Right.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Oh, hey, I'll get the general idea. So, investigation of the first mercenaries continues. Ranger Alex Shadid decrypted the slates that brought him and learned that the first had have a base called the Factory. Marshal Blake thinks it might be an abandoned mech factory on Arcturus 2. And I think we are in for an interesting time.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
Sorry, about 2 seconds into the air before he got to the end of his countdown, but anyway. Evening, Tengi, how are we doing?
Recalculating. And orbit stabilizing.
So, Arcturus, which I believe is up here. Apparently I have stopped by briefly. There's 2. 1, we don't know much about. 3 is a gas giant. Ice giant, apparently. A temperate rocky planet, apparently. Actually, it looks like it might be a vaguely interesting potential place. Let's go and set up shop one day.
Perfect.
Evening, Heavens, how we doing? Bring me that Starfield. Really Horizon, is it? You good?
We're here. Hot off the stellar slide.
Oh, and we got people are not very happy to see me, apparently.
Enemy's shields are offline.
Got their brand drop.
A Wendigo, huh?
Target's brand drive is down. So sorry.
Good night. Ooh, we got more company, huh?
Nice. That ruined their
They've
shield.
lost ground jump capability.
We'll soon have these guys down.
I get a bonus if I kill you, and I'm getting that bonus.
Target's jump drive is down.
Apparently I'm out of missiles right now. There we go, got you that side. Wanted to finish him off with a missile. Ooh, we got more company. They are not happy to see me, are they?
Their shield system is damaged.
I hope they didn't need that
Anybody else? Well, no, apparently not. Some interesting looking ships, though. Kind of would have liked to, well, would have liked to have been able to disable them board, but until I rebuild my ship, that's probably not going to happen. Pterosaur, huh? It would be good to have something on the HUD that gives you an indication of where things are in relation to you in sort of 3D space. Might be a bit of an awkward HUD design to come up with. But it will be handy occasionally. Good fight though. I barely even managed to scratch the shields, really. Upgrades doing what I needed them to do. Okay. They are nice on the day side, so that's cool. Let's go. Ooh, this looks interesting. Google Space Maps. Something like that. Or maybe some kind of like three-dimensional sphere type heads-up thing with your ship in the centre and like indicators as to where things are in relation to you. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, this looks so badass.
What can I do for you, boss?
Oh,
Fix your camera quick.
I was just thinking.
Ready to fight, Annie? Somehow I think she'd hate that nickname. Doesn't really put me off using it, though. Ooh, liking this already. Couple things I want to check out. I didn't go quite the way I was expecting it to, but it's interesting. I did that, but you know. No, I didn't go the way I wanted it to either. Oh well. I think I might want to come back here. This place is very cool. Ecliptic Claymore 3 if I can get one. That would be cool. I mean, I thought that might be a cool picture there, but apparently not yet. Just shy of 5,000 rounds, that ought to be plenty, I think. Another landing pad here. Surprisingly no ships. I'm guessing that's because they took off and came to fight me and I kicked their ass.
Leave it to humans to find inventive new ways to kill each other. At least they realize these mechs were a step too far.
Speaking of a step too far, Andresia.
Best you can do.
Dumbass. Oh, something cool here, but I'm not sure. Georgie likes it hot. Yeah. Pretty sure this is a result of DLSS and the new update. Let's try a quick thing. Yep. Clearly is. Still, I'm going to need it because otherwise I'm going to be in for a very bad time. Yep. Definitely down to DLSS. Too much shadow for it to really work the other way. Evening on, how you doing? Nice. The scanner might make it easier to detect the mines.
Whoever laid claim to this place seems to be long gone.
Well, I think the answer to that question is pretty obvious, don't you?
This is Paxton Hall, commanding officer of the 1st.
Commanding officer of feck all, mate, seeing as your division was disbanded quite some time ago.
Marshal Blake must be getting desperate sending a lone deputy out here. But I'll give credit where it's due. You're a hell of a pilot. If you came here seeking justice, it's waiting for you inside.
Oh, thinks he's a big lad, does he? Well, he's going to get a bit of a shock when I kick his ass, isn't he? I'm going to need that, I think. So, that's the way you want to play it, huh? Ooh, you got a big one, eh? Well, I landed a hit there. I didn't think it was a kill, but it was a hit. Whew. I see. Well, you'll not land another one.
Die.
Hang on. Pressing the heal button and I was not healing, which is not the way I needed this to be going. Oh, well, I hit him.
Give up already.
Androsia seems to be carrying a Grendel. I don't really know why, because her default weapon, I don't think I've... Maybe there's something strange going on, but... There is a strange noise kicking off somewhere around here. It doesn't seem to want to go away.
Yes? I keep whatever.
Yeah. Why is she packing a Grendel?
Right.
That's a bit weird. I'd have thought she'd default back to her default weapon when I removed a pile of stuff she picked up, but for some reason she's mysteriously acquired a new Grendel. Well, the welcoming committee was not very welcoming. So kind of dead, so, you know.
Always worth checking. Never know what you...
10 grand, I'll take that.
Pockets.
There's another one. 10 grand value, I'll take that and all. I think we might end up a little overburdened, given they all seem to be carrying a lot of high quality gear. That one's not worth having. The ammo is, but... Refinery. Advanced Grendel. I mean, barely. Compared to what Androsia's currently got, I think.
Did you need... I am happy to...
She's currently got a basic Grendel, so let's give her an advanced one instead. I mean, the two would probably be more effective, but she can have an advanced Grendel for now. Equip that one. There we go.
So...
Any mention? Are we doing?
Goodbye.
On the lasagna then, Steve. Sounds good. What I had for dinner yesterday. So that's where we'll be coming out at the end of the mission, I guess. It seems a hell of a lot of survivors from this first cavalry remained loyal. It's no major hole, and either went to prison or rejoined him when he came out. Because there's a lot of them. Yeah, Christmas is running up way too fast for me.
I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth.
No, I know your head's up your ass.
Who really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed orders, and I led good men and women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
There's a very, very confused man who's deluded himself into believing that he is the hero. And he's anything but. I obeyed orders. You were literally sent to prison for not doing that, dude. You spent 2 decades in prison because you didn't do that. You maybe want to rethink your BS. Bit of an odd delay there.
Engaging hostiles!
Piling up the bodies. Going alright now so far. Damage output on an advanced lawgiver. 179. Oh, nowhere near good enough. Huh. Interesting. Somebody's taking shots. Oh, the window's broken. Okay, fair enough.
There you are.
Went surprisingly well, actually. You survived? Bloody hell. Andres, you want to finish the job? They are taking headshots and surviving. It's interesting. I've just remembered, actually, I saw Mag Sniper pop up for the first time. Yesterday, I think it was, when I was pottering around in Neon, so... I think I might have made a couple of errors here. Should have picked up that Mag Sniper I saw. And I should probably have... I should probably have saved it and got some sleep before I pushed on in here. That's Andresia, okay. Kinda wish it didn't go red when I pointed it at Andresia, to be honest. That didn't go quite where I wanted it to. Gotcha. Range might have had something to do with that. Well, you were already taking damage, so... Oh my god, you're a very long way away, okay. Did I get him? I would say, surely not. It was a wildly optimistic shot. Yeah, I think that would be the play, Steve. I don't think I'd want to clean up the glitter.
Clever. To use the environment to aid their manufacturing. War is always an excellent driver of ingenuity.
Down you go. Any goodies around here? Lentils. Yeah, using these geothermal energy to melt metals for the
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
for the manufacturing of mechs, didn't we? Moves house off. That's still found glitter everywhere. Yeah, says it already. That. You see security uniform here? Really? In a 3-star colony war era facility. I'm finding that a stretch. Cool location though so far. Evening, Stella, how are we doing? Ooh, a sneaky feckers, eh?
You cannot beat me.
Not with a hole in your head like that, anyway. What are you shooting at, Andrea? There's something down there. We've got a destination in mind, at least. Somebody did manage to hit me quite hard. It's one thing, I think I said this a while ago, but I could probably repeat it without being untoward. The damage feedback in this game is not as good as it could be. It's not always clear that you're taking damage. I just looked down at the health bar. I know, right, there's a health bar right there. I get it. But at the same time, I wasn't particularly hyper aware that I was taking any damage at any stage there. Yeah, I'm a little surprised they didn't build a working mech down here. They had the facilities. Maybe they don't have the skill set. But I can't say this bunch of convicted war criminals and stuff are particularly strike me as the type that's... I think I'm going the wrong way here, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay. They don't particularly strike me as the type that will give much of a rat's about the armistice agreement. If anything, I think they'd view it as a stab in the back, wouldn't they? Seem to, anyway. Most of the ceasefire, at least. It's definitely a cool mission thus far, this environment and things. Trying to find a way down, but I'm trying to find any bodies on this, rather. There's one.
Did they have anything of value? Ah, hello. Need to see what I'm carrying?
There's an advance. There's a calibrated tombstone, 3 of. Modified advanced grindle. That might be a good shot for her. Ooh, 68. It's a single shot. It's auto fire but slow, but does good damage. So that's doing 22 at 200. That's doing 68 at 90. So yeah, this one. I'm still going to shoot this over to her as I can. Ammo. Let's give her a single 11mm caseless round, because that's all I actually need to give her. And we find the insane tombstone, that's the one, and tell her to equip that. Because if she's not going to use the right weapon, she might as well use the one with the highest output, damage output that I can give her. Yeah, because you're doing the right stuff. He's practically got enough gear there to start up a cleaning company from the sound of it. No, admit, I get the whole not wanting to hoover thing. On the other hand, I don't not want to hoover enough to actually have hard floors by choice, generally speaking. Right, on we go. I'd rather put up with hoovering. Yeah, I would much rather put up with hoovering and have carpets, to be honest. Even though I'm not the biggest fan ever. This doesn't have the most military vibe. Oh yeah, she doesn't like Dickens, does she? She'd first. Fire cleaner. Yeah, me too.
The 1st Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen.
True.
At the Battle of Mira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
Well, surprisingly, I'm bright enough to tell that you're talking to me. Major Hull, unfortunately, fighting man you might be, knowing when to stop is also a fairly key part of fighting for, your faction in this case. Freestar Collective won the Colony War. So, your argument's kind of void, really. Message to staff, shutting down. I'm sure by now you've heard rumours about the terms of armistice. I have it on good authority that they're true. Mechs are going to be outlawed and all units retired and no new construction. Our work here is done, so it's time for each of us to start thinking about what's next. There'll be more details soon about compensation and other benefits. For now, I wanted to say it's been a real pleasure working with you all. I'm damn proud of what we accomplished here. Those UC piglets thought they'd roll right over us, but our mechs gave them more than they could handle, and it's all thanks to you. Well, that's true. That's a vaguely interesting picture. Interesting setup there, Steve. Well, you weren't going to be friendly now, were you? So, at least this way it's... over before you know about it. Apparently giving her a better gun has not really made her any more effective.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Just heaping up the bodies. Yeah, I think range might have had something to do with why they were taking multiple shots to take down.
Another way through here. Unsure where it leads.
Well, of course you are. You've never been here before, and neither have I. Redeem deposits, huh? A way to come up behind them. Well, I really needed it. Good if you're a melee fighter, though. This is quite a cool location so far. Gotta admit, I'm not into the laser grid thing on this. It just kind of gets in the way, like... It's a cool concept, it's kind of fun, but in practical sense, it's just a bit too much visual information going on at once. IMO. Dual wielding hairdryers. Hell no. No hairdryer going anywhere near me. I mean, I have one, I just don't use them. Problem is, I use a hairdryer. And I look like I've got an 80s-esque perm on the go. It's not good. Not good at all. Interesting. Two that are exactly the same. Either this is not registering correctly. That's unfortunate. I can't seem to progress any further. That's annoying. Went through quite nicely, but seemed to be progressing quite nicely, but I clearly picked something that was not the right choice. Because got screwed a bit. There we go, just one on that one. Oh wait, no, there's another one. Okay. There. Okay. Well, it took some doing, but we got through in the end.
Succeed at that before we are discovered.
Yep, definitely on the same boat as you there, Steve. Good enjoy. Not a fan of the scope on mag snipers. I don't know how it compares to any of the others, but you know. Scope on that takes up a heck of a lot of the screen and all. You kind of want to narrow it down outside and then fine-tune with the scope, I think. Generally speaking. And all of that to get in here to find they've got a fuck all stashed in here that's actually worked. Well, nuclear fuel rod's not a bad thing to have, actually. They are quite rare. There's two of them. I didn't even realise there were two of them there. Right between the eyes. Oh, holy crap, there is a lot of them.
Take your best shot.
There's still some of them off that direction. Ping!
I will have your head.
Where are you? Oh wait, that's Androsia. Sorry, Androsia. Some of these guys are significantly higher level than others. That guy back there just lost his melon. Oh, close. But I nick you in the leg if nothing else, can't I? That does the job.
Bring it.
Damn. Some rough shooting. Come on, show yourself, buddy. That's the way you want it.
You're not walking out of here.
This isn't a strike, buddy. I can't exactly be a scab. Well, if your ass is going to stick out through the metal. Wasn't a bad throw. Oh, yes. Bloody loads of them. Still a couple left. This is a cool location, though. Tagged somebody, I think. Thank you, Franco. Thought there were more. Where are you? Interestingly, did not. Oh, you're a turret and you're there. Explains a couple of things. Why it wasn't making a lot of noise. Yeah, a couple of decent ones in there, I think. Thank you, thank you.
Is it not?
It sure is. This is the thing, though. If Hall wasn't so obsessed with his vendetta or up to some stupid shit and had just left three-star settlers alone, they'd have been able to set themselves up as a mercenary company. Not too much difficulty. Look at the size of those mechs. Those legs on a mech, for a mech rather. Yeah, they've been able to set themselves up as a mercenary company, probably go into a relatively legit business. And, you know, Ecliptic are basically the scum of the universe, but not generally prevented from working, you know? But unfortunately, his long-standing grudge means that he's picked a fight that he shouldn't have picked. It's quite cool. Didn't really want to pick up that outfit, I don't think. I actually do quite like the outfit, but I've got another one somewhere else and don't really need to carry shitloads of them around. And the officer's one that I'm wearing is definitely way cooler. Which I do need some pictures of myself wearing, but yeah. I'm still on there. Needs to... I need to go that way, do I? Okay. Needs to have a look at tweaking my character's face a little bit, because he looks very, very baby-faced for the outfit. Not entirely satisfactory. What's left of a cockpit? Yep, thought Android was going to ruin my shot there. Now she won't. Ooh. I mean, the corpse is sticking through the railings don't exactly help, but otherwise it's pretty cool. Right. More bodies out here. Nope, we're good. Heaps and heaps of corpses. Well, it looks like the best place to get a view from and take shots. Well, yeah. Unfortunately for you, though. That is really quite a cool environment, though. I can get that shot, but I'm going to stand somewhere different and I can use my head torch to get a slightly better lighting job on it.
The Collective was still producing mechs right up until the last minute.
I'm sure they were, up to the last minute. Nah, so cool. I know there's a lot of people are quite sad about not being able to pilot mechs. I'm not entirely convinced they would have been a good addition, though. I mean, as fun as an idea as it sounds. There we go. Same thing. Better lighting. Whew. Excuse me. Well, I think that's nearly everybody looted. It's time to push on. I think I need to dump some more of my stuff on Androsia, because
Hello. What have you got for me?
a lot of valuable guns. Radio guns are like by a mile the best looking guns. IMO. A lot of looting, couple of photos, that's about it, Agent. Operations. We must be getting there then.
Justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning the battle and the war, when the ceasefire order came down. Now there's
It does
a debt of
suck.
honor, and the people who betrayed us, the people of the Free Star Collective, are going to pay.
Told you it was nuts. Time has come. Attention first, the time has come. Soldiers of the First, I got word the Freestar Rangers finally caught on to the operation. We have to assume that sooner or later they'll find us here. Starting now, we'll keep regular combat patrol in orbit with on-deck pilots ready to fly at a moment's notice at the first sign of anything jumping in. You've probably heard stories about the noble Freestar Rangers and all the good they do. Just remember they're still puppets of a corrupt and spineless government that turned its back on us, and they aren't coming here to talk. I'm not going here to arrest you. You know, I know you'll be ready to do what's necessary when the time comes. Well, you've just written down your crimes, haven't you? Which, generally pretty fucking stupid, mate. They aim fire.
This whole place is a testament to how devastating the war was. How determined both sides were to claim victory.
Both the good guys and the bad guys. Ooh. Assassin's Refined Tombstone. That is pretty devastating. That might be some good numbers on that. Okay, that's going okay.
How quickly can you get that done?
I wouldn't mind quite so much, but she says it after I'm finished. $42 on a 160, 75 on a 90. Kind of semi-equal. It's pretty freaking badass, though. I might see what I can do with this compared to one of the others I've got. Yes, I do like this, and Tombstone does have its drawbacks, but it's very cool looking, and yeah, as long as it feels like it's punching hard enough, might be worth dealing with the shortcomings. Right. Looks like we have a final confrontation in here, at least. It's around the corner. Snack pack, protein bar. You take my stuff again, you die. Attention first, hallowed ground. Soldiers of the First. 20 years ago, I came to this factory and saw firsthand the pride and dedication with which the men and women working here created the greatest weapons of war ever crafted, the mech. Not particularly eloquent, but okay. When the corrupt and cowardly leaders of the Free Star Collective capitulated to the demands of the United Colonies and agreed to stop production of the mechs, we'd already won. They cut the heart and soul out of our fighting forces. Our mechs are more than machines, they were comrades in arms. No, they weren't. I want each and every one of you to know that we're standing in hallowed ground. Miracles were made here, and I'll treat this facility with proper respect. If I see anyone defacing or destroying even a single inch of this holy forge of war, there will be consequences. Dear God, man, you're nuts. I think beyond redemption on account of being completely gaga. Not the good kind. And here we go. There's a lot of dudes up there. That wasn't a bad throw. Unfortunately, it sounds like there's a hole back there. I mean, I kind of can and do.
Now we are having fun.
Let's hold down. Hey, if we could just pop up from behind cover, that'd be great.
Give up already.
There's my level.
Get down!
You're not doing a very good job of covering this side, are you, Androsia? Right, let's take a few more of these guys. Oh, there's a turret. Don't know why that wasn't registering hits, but there you are, buddy. Oh, for the love of God, pop up. The cover system is a great idea. Its implementation does leave a tiny, tiny bit to be desired, though. Okay, just one left to take out. Oh, a couple left then. I got you out of your cover, hun, didn't it? a bit higher than I meant to go.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
Something like that. I think I'll be alright there. Probably the last one, death by bullet to the ass. Yes, it was. Took down the last member of the first by shooting him in the butt. Doctor Who's going on to Disney Plus. Well, that's surprising. I was going to say, I wouldn't think it would be in the UK, but can't see the BBC giving up a single iota of incentive to get people to pay for a TV license. Well, that's enough incentive to make me watch BBC TV, but let's save a chunk of that fight, because it was a good fight and quite a cool location. Unfortunately, the best fights seem to happen in slightly dimly lit spaces in this game, which means the combat footage is not always the best. Yeah, we do need some more decent conversation footage at some point as well. One explorer in a minute. Yeah. Always a tough call for them as to how to work with time zones. Games developers obviously having the same issue, or publishers
Take what
really.
You must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
We are the scavengers, huh? Yeah. Do worldwide simultaneous release? Do you not? Do you do a rolling one? If you use simultaneous, how do you work that? If you do a rolling release, where do you start? Where do you finish? There's always somebody going to be less than happy with the choice, whatever goes on. Ooh. Worth a good bit. A bit labour encumbered. I'm going to have to dump some more stuff on Androsia if I can. Oh, a corpse, was that? Yeah, that was a corpse, okay. That looks like it's probably the exit. Caught on the rubbish. Hallowed grounds, a temple to machines of war. Where the plants are busting on through, we're not going to do much to try and repair the place or maintain it or anything, we'll just let it carry on. I mean, it's cool. Tell it's semi-abandoned, but doesn't quite align with Major Hull's rhetoric, really, does it? Ooh, 3-star captain's log.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Yeah. Star systems of the 3-star collective. It's quite cool. Can we have that as a poster to use for Bethesda? It's got a nice little frame on it. Both in-game and IRL. Got it. Rapid refined urban eagle, and it's instigating. That's... So it's going to do double damage on the first shot, and if that isn't enough to take him down, the second one will come off so bloody quick they won't be able to react anyway. That's actually quite a good urban eagle. A lot of the legendary effects in Starfield are definitely very much secondary to the tier of weapon. Some of them are pretty good. And instigating on something like that is definitely... There's an officer outfit and hat again, there's another one. Managed to gain a second set because I got the first one by killing the major. Not the major, I suppose he was probably a captain or something. But the smuggler. So there's Hull on his hands and knees. Where's his friends? I feel like there's another one dead next to him.
I can't believe it. You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them.
Soldiers would have been better if
we'd have
coming
had more
from
like
him.
you in the war. We could have planted our flag in New Atlantis.
Still reliving the glory days. You're pathetic. The war ended a long time ago. I'm gonna take the middle road here because I'm kind of leaning this way. I'm not going that one because yeah, but yeah. That's just. I mean, didn't want to hurt anybody. Had to defend myself. It was never going to go any other way really. War ended a long time ago. Kind of take the issue to him. Still reliving the glory days. He is pathetic, and he should have, you know, realised war's end. But let's be slightly more diplomatic.
Not the way it should have.
We won, you
Of course, I
stupid
can't expect you to
bellend.
understand what we sacrificed, what we lost. You don't know what it's like to look around.
Your Honour, when he refused to surrender in order to...
Trusted you.
Oh, stop
to
fighting,
lead
Ronald.
them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us, even when victory was within our grasp.
Do not
We
assume you know
won,
what others have or have not
dickhead.
experienced. And none of it gives you the right to take innocent lives.
You don't know me.
Yeah,
So
that
don't
too.
preach to me about what I do or don't have the right to do.
Don't have to know you. Rights are either universal. They either exist or they do not. And the ones you're thinking of don't. You hired the first to see his farmland. Why? Tell me everything. You think hurting innocent people will avenge your fallen soldiers? Moron.
Innocent? Nobody is innocent while they allow corrupt leaders to take control. The Freestar Collective has lost its way. The dream that we fought for died a long time ago.
Numbnuts. Who hired the first to seize farmland and why?
You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer.
I feel like he's just...
Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant.
Definitely do want to know
You
this.
fight for a noble cause.
But
if you still
I,
want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now.
Yeah, I do want the truth. But, I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, he's talking absolute fucking bollocks. Blinded by his losses during the war, he assumed that his one battle was the one thing that mattered in the whole damn war, and that victory overall was less significant than individual battle victory. It's stupid. How do I know you're telling the truth?
Because I can prove it. You'll see.
Okay. I can handle whatever you have to say.
We'll see about that. Not long after I started the first, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone
Restarted.
wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so he agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when
Interesting.
Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
What's so special about the farms?
All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation.
What does the stolen Hope Tech ship have to do with
To
this?
keep the Rangers off the scent, Hope wanted to hit a lot of places quickly and finish whatever he was doing before word spread. We needed another ship to meet his timetable, so he gave us the intel necessary to steal one from his factory. It also let
interesting.
him play the victim and keep suspicion to a minimum.
That's cool. I feel like the voice acting's good here. Really like it. But since the guy's obviously playing a character that has been shot, lost the fight, and is on the edge of bleeding out, why is the character model not standing there holding onto wounds or something? That would be just the final cherry on top, I think. And he saw a chance to get revenge on the Freestar Collective.
Credits were good, but yeah, getting some payback was the real reward.
Was it worth it? You really think you accomplished anything? No, we didn't.
You think I've lost? Is that it? I haven't lost.
Yeah, you have.
You go find Ron Hope and tell him what I've told you.
Don't worry, he'll get in prison too if I can arrange it.
Justice you see
You'd
fit.
share a cell.
You do your job, and I get one last piece of vengeance against the council.
What he wants does not matter. They should both face justice.
I'm bringing you in.
Don't bother.
Be ready for another fight.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective.
I mean, I'll remove a criminal from the board,
When
but
the
that's
next
about it.
war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong.
That's about the only thing you
Now
said that
my
makes any
unit's
sense.
waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
Mullad.
We talk.
That was cool. I'm not. I mean, the surprise revelation, not as surprising as it might be. Ooh, mercenary outfit. That's a different version of the one I've got, isn't it? Ooh, might have to have a look at that. Paxton's officer hat. I'll keep it. Don't know if I'll be using it. Sell. Need. Cool. Yeah, I think he was rather too wrapped up in his losses to see the bigger picture, and stewing on it for 20 years has just pushed him right over the edge, apparently. Surprised he pulled out a bridger, actually, though. I'd have thought he'd have used something a little bit more officer-esque. So I've got an officer outfit, which is exactly the same, except the right shoulder is yellow and, yeah, with a yellow and black logo. mercenary one is... I've got two of these, apparently. The one that Paxton had, which is a little more grubby, which I think I like better. But otherwise... And has a red shoulder piece on it. Yeah, I think I like the fact that that's just a little bit more grubby, to be honest. See, I can see the difference around the collar as well. And... yeah, darker tones, darker sleeves, everything's just a bit more rugged and worn. There's the basic officer hat. Paxton's is red rather than yellow. Okay, interesting. I'm still sticking with my settler one. My Stetson, basically. But that's definitely a step up in terms of its design, I think. Cool. Yeah, I've not watched Doctor Who in a long time either.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Being a miner is not a particularly exciting life, and this is far more interesting. Small time, ain't much going on this week. Love a good mystery, good group of people that need my help. Artifacts mean something's important to find out. What? Artifacts mean something, I think.
It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what keeps me here as well. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Reason to get out of bed in the morning, goals is important. A little time for fun too. Where's Constellation meaningful
This
to you?
group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
I don't entirely disagree, but I don't entirely agree either. Gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. Yeah.
Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
No way to know what someone else is going through. That's kind of true, but also she's not wrong. How are things different for them? People further out in settled systems.
There is no struggle to survive here. No great risk in daily life. I'm sure you have seen for yourself that is not the case for much of the settled systems. Hostile environments, dangerous creatures, not to mention the threats posed by other humans. None of that touches these people.
I think people need to struggle to live. Experiences must be different then.
Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
You've obviously been through a lot.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Why did they insist on
They
independence?
believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in
Interesting.
the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Dead on by Iron's Admiral, not left to choose myself, terrible way to live. Not a life I choose for myself. I don't think terrible way to live. I can see the appeal of being independent and stuff, but not a life I choose
Choice had
myself.
nothing to do with it, not for me.
If you're born into it.
But looking back, I understand their concern. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Right. Now can
Yes,
I
you
dump
need
some
me?
gear on you? Use you as a pack mule?
I am always willing to carry an extra weapon. Or two. Or three.
It's quite a good line. Can't carry any more. Well, that sucks, because apparently I'm going to have to stay cucumber double.
All right, then.
It's the best large-scale fight Bethesda's put into a game. It's up there. Not about the best. I'd have to think about it. But it is definitely a good one. I got a helmet as well that I need to upgrade. Because it's an upgrade. It is an
I also
upgrade, but
wish
needs a
to
little bit of
before. Should
refinement.
not skip an opportunity to line our pockets.
She's sometimes quite funny. I could see an urban eagle being good fun in there if you got your stealth up high enough. Yeah, definitely got to do some catching up on Doctor Who at some point, but sure as hell not willing to invest in a TV license to do it. Back to the start, as expected. Yay for Skyrim doors. That was fun. Good mission, good location. Enjoyed working my way through there.
At first glance, it seems we are the only ones to come through here in some time.
Nice flowers. First glance, we're the only ones to come through here in some time. We've just fought our way here. There's a clear path around which, you know, all the vegetation is growing back, but not in this central walkway down the middle here, and it's cleaner than the rest. Plus, there's construction lights that are actually powered and on. Andreja, are you daft? Obviously somebody has been here. Even if you don't conclude that we're on our way out, like, it's abundantly obvious that somebody has been here. Don't face Mr. Hope. Yeah. Bring him down, I hope.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
So I'm very much mistaken.
What's up?
Yeah. The tombstone is elsewhere.
Well, well. Back for more, eh?
in my house on
It is good to see you.
in Kilo City, actually. So I'll probably attend to that or have a look at that when I'm down there. Can't upgrade this any further, I don't suppose. Nope. There's a calibrated helmet here, which has slightly better stats than the one I've got. Doesn't have the anti-ballistic, lead-lined, or mirrored. Physical range weapons.
Well, hello.
Technically speaking, this is probably slightly better.
Any troubles you need to share?
Yeah, I think technically that is actually slightly better, just because the anti-ballistic will bump it up. Only under gunfire. Most of the time it's not. Yeah, I think we'll probably
You got it.
push this up a little higher, I think. I'm sure I do have sterile nanotubes actually, but
I'm
anyway.
here for you, my love.
Okay, that's gonna bump everything up. Ah, okay, now it's definitely better.
If something's on your mind,
Don't really need that.
tell me.
I don't have enough of that stuff either, which I'm sure I also did have. Okay, so definitely some upgrades to still work on. We're not quite there yet, apparently. I'll go in there. And I will drop this monstrous tombstone that I found. Wherever it is. Calibrated as 1952, whereas this one's 78, so that's way better. Store that. Interesting looking pistol, that one. Not quite my cup of tea, but interesting.
Lost in my thoughts, but glad to be back.
Right. So we need the sterile nanotubes and the thing beginning with C when I get a chance. I can't remember the name of, but I'll know it when I see it.
Ship's clear and the sky is falling.
We have time. Cool.
Retro's firing.
Oh well.
Orbit stabilized.
Can't remember if I remember to save that conversation with Major Hull or not, but oh well. Either way. Go to Hopetown. Firstly, Major Paxton Hull had evidence that Hope hired the first to seize farmland. Now it's time to learn his plans and bring him to justice. I feel like I should probably report to the Marshal first, and then he knows what I'm about to do. Otherwise, all hell's going to break loose. Hopetown's in Narian, okay. I'm actually going to stop off at Xion on the way, and Aquila anyway, even though it's not a required point. I need to get rid of some of the stuff I'm carrying, because I've got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I feel like the Marshal would want to know about this before we cause all hell.
While we scan you for contraband. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
Let's go. One of the first Stroud-Eklund ships I saw. Early on Mars. Oh yeah, I've got another level I need to take a gander at, haven't I?
Expansion must be very difficult for Aquila.
We were looking at working our way through here, weren't we? Need 3 more points before I get on towards outpost management. Definitely do want more stuff, but again. Yeah, I guess we carry on for now, don't we? Jeez. Could take quite a lot to get this ranked up. How many more do I need for these? 2 more, yeah. Jeez. Basically got to fully rank up a skill from each level in order to get to the one afterwards. Yikes. About what I expected, but gonna take a while.
If you're looking to stay, Stone Road Inn will take care of it.
He used to be an actuary. Now look.
Everyone needs supplies. I'll say right up front, feel free to look around.
Right, I did stash that one just so that I can't accidentally sell it, didn't I? Oh dear. Alright, have you got any resources that I want? Oh. What I need? What was the other thing I needed? Sterile nanotubes, wasn't it? He has got some of those. How much do those weigh? Quite a bit. That's fine. Do you like a good bounty hunter spacesuit? It's actually better than the one I've got, technically. It's not quite as nice as mine in terms of its appearance, though. Ammo, right, so I've used quite a bit of this, so grabbing a bunch of that's probably not a terrible idea. And I'm probably going to need a bunch of that as well. So let's put a whole load of ammo into his, cash into his pocket. Let's take it right back out again. That is cool and good, but just not on this play, I don't think. And a bridger, that can go as well. There's a spacesuit to sell there. He doesn't have the money for it, interestingly. Nearly does. Close enough. Okay. Here's some more stuff. Yeah, I see where you're going with that, Steve, I think. Having to pick stuff you're not too bothered about to get to the stuff you do is not my favourite way of going either.
Welcome to... Aquila City is bustling. One of the business... down to business.
I think, yeah, that whole thing with like skill trees and tiered skill systems, stuff like that, is certainly of a time period, and maybe we're coming up to the point where rethinking the whole concept is a thing, or is due, rather than having to work your way through to get to things. You specialise in things you want a bit more quickly. Fallout kind of does that, but it still level locks certain skills. But 76, for example, does. Did Fallout 4? No, I think you could just jump straight to level 9 skills in Fallout 4, even provided you had high enough special, right? I think that was probably better. so that you didn't have to. So yeah, you could kind of customize your build a bit more, but didn't have to kind of pass around with stuff you didn't want in order to get to it being where you did. That one I do want to keep. I don't know if there's much under here that I want to get rid of. A couple of bits, maybe. A few things there for displays. Marker can probably go. My script's quite cool. I don't know if I could sell that or not. That I can't. Okay, I think we're slowly making progress. So we've got apparently a whole bunch of stuff weighing me down. All those resources, I suppose. So, graduate or legal?
What did you need? Did you need me?
I did pick up quite a lot of expensive, valuable guns there, didn't I? Apparently.
Ah, yes, we are done.
Do you have business? Happy to.
Right. You got any good resources? Not that I need, no. I'll have the digipicks. Probably nothing good here. Nope. Find Deep Seeker Power Pack. Does look cool. Cool. Just ammo then, so don't really need that. Let's have that right now. And that right now. That tops you up to a nice sum of money, and I can probably get rid of a lot of this. That's blowing holes in the money, isn't it? Jesus. Right, that's him stripped out of all his cash and everything I would actually want to buy from him, I think. So let's check. This uses 50 caliber and I've got 3,000 rounds for it. I don't really need to do that. Well, I'm going to have to stop off somewhere else and do some selling, aren't I? It's, yeah. I've got a lot of stuff on me. So I need something beginning with a C, didn't I?
Aquila's one of the oldest cities.
Then rattles when you walk in here. It's like,
Not enough to do around.
Welcome to the... Here's my current inventory.
You do not have what I need. Ship. Cargo hold. What do you mean it's at max capacity? I know it's not at max capacity. It can't possibly be at max capacity. I stripped it out of all that stuff, and I know it's all heavy stuff, but that's not the point. Objection! Fuck you. And if we could not have fucking stamina systems, again...
Just keep your gun holstered during your...
Your ability... No, I will not...
Whoops. Okay, fair enough. Thought I might have the... thought I might have... how's it called? The oxygen thing equipped, and I did not. I had the puncher guy from a distance thing equipped, and yeah, I didn't go according to plan.
You didn't hear this from me. Those ecliptic mercenaries?
Anyway. Yeah. Respond to my goddamn button press.
You do not want to go outside the city walls. The Ashta will rip you apart.
Very nice.
Your ship's not half bad.
Yeah, bit of a different situation though, Tingy. I mean, the shared pool is... yeah. Are the vendors... yeah, they are. I was going to say the vendors in the White Spring actually on the same pool as everybody else, but I think they are, aren't they?
To be back in our own ship.
Did I do you a quest behind the bank and the stairs below? I don't think I did yet. Or maybe I did? I'm not sure. Depends which one you mean. If you're thinking of girl whose mother is a 3-star ranger and she's like keeping an eye on suspicious folks. It's a couple of streets over behind the bank. Then I did that one to help her with her investigations. But I imagine that's the one you mean.
And we are now in
We did that one quite a while ago, I think. No. Pissed my ship's full.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And...
The larger planet's axial tilt, the more the length of day will vary during the year. Now my question is that just a general observation? Because if it is, fine. Or
we're asking
is that something that actually does have an effect in game, in that different times of year planets will have different length of day? That would be quite cool if it was a thing, or it seems a little over the top though. Need that. We're carrying way too much of something. Yeah, probably. Well, that was the stuff I needed, but I guess not. So let's take it from 64 down to 39. Crap, that was not what I wanted to do. Press the wrong button. No. I don't really need that, but just in case. Hmm. 25 coffee bags? Probably not really. Don't need 10 of those. What I need is this shit not to weigh me down so much. Yeah, I do need iron. Probably not quite that much, but I do need it, so. I don't think I need that much lithium. I miscount there, apparently so. Free up some room eventually. Need that. Don't need any more of those. Need a ton more of that, and I've got no more room for it. Right, you can go down to 5 if you weigh that much. Need that. Don't know if I need that much. Just took down 25. Need a bunch more of those. Don't think I need that much solvent. Get those. Storage, what? That's such a pain in the arse. Way more zero wire than I need, I think. Let's just get rid of a bit of that. Well, it's freed a little bit of space up. Not as much as I'd like, but a little bit. Anything else I'd like to get rid of? No.
Everyone to take care of any leeches on their ships.
Yeah, not my favourite thing, that. Issues around storage. Not gonna bother with that. Don't actually need that anyway. That I'll store. don't think that's the one I need. I think it was one of the others I needed. Do you need that? Okay, let's just sell everything else I've got on me as well.
You don't
while
want
I'm at
any
it.
terrible storming through here.
One button. Cool. Anything else I can get rid of while I'm here? Making progress. Ranger surveillance assistant. Yeah, it's good fun, that one. Good quest. Moons that show up at planet and planets. Yeah, that's a good point, Steve. Yeah. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they did have the axis effect day length over a period of time. It's a subtle thing you probably wouldn't notice unless you were looking for it, though, so it's a surprising way to invest the time.
You look like someone who has many stories.
I suppose
Oh, please take a look.
certain people might actually go looking for that sort of thing. So, right. So I needed not that, something you don't have. Great. I'm not worried about that right now. No, I won't. Let's get rid of that. It's pretty beastie. And she got that much left. Anything else there that I might want? Definitely does not have the resource that I want, does she? No. Fine bounty hunter suit actually is an upgrade, isn't it? Not much of one, but a little bit. I think. There's my Trekkers Alliance one, but I like the Trekkers Alliance one much more.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Get a bit more luck over here.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are current. Welcome to UC Distribute. I hope we have.
Okay. I hope you have what I need too, but I'm not holding out much hope. Nobody seems to have the bloody stuff I need. It's infuriating. Yeah.
Back to it then.
Yeah, everybody will go out at the minute. Yeah, I've noticed that as well, Steve. Time of day does shift a little bit between instruction to land and actually landing. Time passes on your way down.
Euro? I would never dream of selling substandard. Please do.
Right. Yep, thought so. Oh, so close to having sold up on everything I don't need. Hey.
Be careful out there.
I hadn't noticed the weather thing, to be honest. I don't think I looked that closely, but it's an interesting point. I mean, I'm actually wearing it. I'm very freestar dressed right now. Stick out a bit walking around the streets here, I think. Bit disappointed that I've not had any luck with finding that the one material I needed. Into the sea, but apparently nobody's got it. Ooh. Interesting. Neon strip, could try, yeah.
You're cleared for liftoff.
Thunder past your parents' front window in your ship. Will it be over the moon? I don't expect I'm going to have too much luck at Neon, but we'll see. There's a mineral shop there, so you never know. Have you been selling off the data, or is it just that so much information piled into your save file that it's getting ridiculously large now?
Scan for contraband. That's all we need. Enjoy, Neon.
Crikey. Pushing it to its limit for sure.
Neon, the house that Aurora has built.
Well, yeah, true. Stick it on a ship hold. Fair enough. No idea what difference that makes. Probably not much, actually. Resource. Nope, he doesn't have what I need.
I hope handing out those flyers isn't too much trouble.
Has a full line of equipment.
If you're looking, feel like making a purchase today? Of course.
Right. No.
Let me know if we can make.
Take some credits off you, I suppose. Still listed as being over the weight I'd want to be at. sure why, though. Helmet and maybe
Tell
something else.
everyone you know about our store.
Hey, everyone!
Newell's Goods. We have everything you could possibly want.
I assume this is somewhere I'll be heading to at some point. I mean, God knows, I don't suppose he has what I want, but we can check.
Thanks for helping. I bet Warlord just... I've got more than you.
No.
Always keep plenty of ammo in stock, too.
Don't you worry. We got a lot.
Needs better not be a waste. Yes.
Nope.
All right, buzz off. Busy.
Don't think I'm gonna have much luck here. That's pretty.
Have a good look around.
See, this doesn't look level, but according to the grid, it is level. It's just me that's not level. That's entirely possible.
Hello there. You won't find a better selection.
He's enthusiastic. Still, those mods have what I need. I'm 99% sure.
I too prefer custom alterations to the standard issue.
Calamite. Calamite? That thing? That's the stuff I can't find anybody having. I'm guessing nobody does. It's alright, because that one hasn't got it either, so... 86, 76, 78. Not a massive jump, but definitely a jump.
Welcome to see. I have plenty of supply. If you don't see it, you don't need it.
Well, it's not actually true, buddy, but... actually, it might be technically true, but... You don't need to know that. Oh, that's fine. It moves me on a little bit on my things I need to sell. That's what the artifacts are encased in. Oh, interesting. I also wanted to see about upgrading that gun, but it's on my ship, isn't it? So we'll do that. Let's travel this way. Already tried it, see if it was the first place I went. I didn't have it. No dice, unfortunately. But I haven't been able to upgrade anything else with that particular modification either, so it's not actually a step backwards. It's something. It's not the right button. I mean, it was the button I meant to press, but my brain was not really on the right path.
What
apparently.
can I do for you?
You can get out of the way and go and attend to the shields, like your job is, or whatever it was your job was. One of them's shields, one of them's other things, but... best barrel, laser, don't want a laser. Iron sights, want probably want a reflex sight, I think. Armor piercing rounds, penetrator rounds would be even better. External, hair trigger.
The stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
There we go, so that is modified up to its highest extent, and there's 108 fire rate with 85.4 damage output. There are more things I could add to it, but I definitely don't want to. Boost the damage even further, but it loses a bit of fire rate, and I don't think... I don't actually know whether or not that would be better or not. 92 versus 108, so that's what, nearly point... Versus 98. No, it's not quite better. Looking at that. So, just for the lols, let's use the tombstone for a bit. And put Revenant away. It actually feels considerably lighter than it used to, than the other one I had, which is interesting. I'm fine with that. Let's rock and roll. Midtown Minerals and Key. Tried there as well when I was there. No luck, unfortunately. I think it's just an RNG thing for the moment, but I'm not faffing around with it anymore. We're going to head off and speak to Ron Hope. I thought I was going to crash into the platform for a minute then.
Orbital pattern locked. Easy.
I should. Oh, it's Velo, isn't he? Yeah. I think, hopefully, maybe. Bring our little chain of quests to an end, I think. Still doesn't feel quite as big as full on as the either the, well, certainly not the Crimson Fleet line. Crimson Fleet line definitely felt bigger.
And that's it. You're clear.
I'm not so sure about the UC Vanguard stuff, the Terramorph quest line. That's a fair bit of data there, Steve.
Smugglers
It
always
might be
like
roughly
to use
similar
Hoptech
size.
ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
Not great, I suspect. Excuse you.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Your boss is a crook. I smelt a rat when he was ranting on about how much he had a responsibility to the people who worked for him and stuff, and people who live in
Don't
Hopetown.
spring for the extended warranty. You just won't need it.
Yeah, when he was badgering on about all this. Oh, he's out there, is he? That's interesting.
Keep an eye
I
on
was
your
just like, you know what? I don't entirely believe his spiel. seems I was right to have my doubts. Shockingly.
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Birgit. We set some ambitious quotas. You met every one.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news, whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
But we'd be dust, except for the factory.
Right then, Asshat, you're nicked, buddy.
Something more you need, Deputy?
Yeah, cuffs
Good
on your
to
wrists.
See you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship.
Don't trust Sugar? No, apparently not.
You're
Brad.
here with good news?
He's the boss of a big company and has a great deal of political influence, and yet is making out that he's maybe a little brusque, excuse me, but basically a good guy who cares about his stuff. And I'm just like, too good to be true. Smell a rat. Maybe he is, but I don't entirely trust it. Oh, I learned something very interesting.
Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Is there something you don't want to tell me about hiring the first? You want to tell me about hiring? Paxton Hall implicated you in a conspiracy against the Freestar Collective. Play for me?
The same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why he'd make an accusation against me.
Mostly because you're a crook. You know your involvement?
To question me. You know who I am.
Now he's going to get his fucking punch in the mouth as well. Kept your instructions to use evidence against you. You knew we'd find him. Burned you pretty good. You gave me a slate with your directives to the first. I have evidence that you hired the first 6 farms. Yeah. Burned you kept your instructions to use as evidence against you.
I see.
I'm not going to show him it, just in case he takes it.
I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
Do you mean muzzle flare?
What's going on? What
Your
is
boss
this
is a
about,
crook.
Mr. Hope?
Nothing
paying
that
attention?
concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
I'd like all the details before I nail you for this.
Just hear me out, and you'll see. I had a good reason for what I did. The truth is, we've been falling behind
Yeah,
in
exactly.
competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold.
Fertilizer destroyed
Not all
crops?
at once, of course, but we could never find anything that would grow in it. Eventually, everything we tried to plant failed and died.
So, yeah, use unwitting farmers to transform the soil.
Mining is expensive. and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil.
You sit on the Council of Governors. You betrayed the very people you are supposed to represent.
I wish there'd been another way.
There is.
But I had to play the hand.
Legitimate business practices. Not exploiting people, destroying their farms, and then running them off their now worthless land, and then making a massive profit at the end of it. Yeah, destroyed lives to turn a profit. Doing what was necessary to use the first season like operation a secret.
Look around you. Everyone in this building, in
Yeah,
this
I don't
town,
buy your spiel. It's for money, you lying twat.
on me. I provide the jobs that put food on their tables, clothes on their backs, and roofs over their heads. The fact is, the business hasn't been doing well lately. Without drastic action, cuts would become unavoidable.
Stop with your own pay packet, prick.
Hard for me, and they trust me to do the same in return. I cannot, I will not let them down.
Yet the minute you decided to go into crime rather than, you know, honest business, you fucking did, bell end. Yeah, these people are incredibly dumb, short-sighted, blinkered at best. Same with that Major Hull, who was incredibly blinded to the big picture of reality by his one, well, by the losses he suffered, I would assume. Destroyed lives to turn a profit, yep.
Look, I'll level with you.
Yes, you've said this 3 times, it still doesn't change anything.
The competition.
Fuck.
The hardworking people of this town depend on me for their livelihoods, and I won't let them down. Cutting my costs means saving their jobs.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job and more. We'll discuss this later. In any case,
Clearly not that important to him, are they then?
I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners.
And the people you muscle killed, what about them?
Right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way.
A bunch of promises to spend money on people from a guy who's just said he hasn't got any money because his company's struggling and that he was willing to run them off the land to save money. No, I think that's not enough, and I don't fucking believe you, Assad.
You're right. Yeah, those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hope Tech.
They might not be so keen to purchase a ship built with the blood of their compatriots.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor.
Fuck no. So I can take the bribe. I can shoot him. You trying to buy me off. You're going to turn yourself in and I'll be telling the marshal everything. You trying to buy me off?
Did I not make myself clear? I'm offering you a reward for a job well done. Nothing more. And with that job so capably done, we'll consider the matter closed. I'll be needing that slate from Major Hull, of course.
It's funny how rich people's shit smells worse than everybody else's, isn't it? No, you'll be turning yourself in.
Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees.
I guess he's going to get shot.
Don't tell anyone about this. You're risking their livelihoods. Do you
Not really. You
want to put all these people out of work?
Of company structure, we remove you as somebody else replaces you. Like you made those farmers suffer?
But on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remove the CEO, he gets replaced. It doesn't necessarily mean the end of the company. Don't want to suffer injustice. I'll be able to. Well, I mean, that's kind of true. Don't try and put this on me. You're going down.
Well, I'm afraid there's no avoiding it. The past can't be changed. But the future is very much in your hands, Deputy. You put me away, and this company will fall apart. You have destroyed far
Well, maybe it
more
will,
lives
but
than
it's already falling apart under his leadership anyway.
myself.
He's just said as much.
I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident,
I think
at
this
the
qualifies
hands
as
of my
resisting arrest
security
now, doesn't it?
personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
You have overestimated your position, Mr. Hope.
For employees' sake, keep it secret. If you refuse to come quietly, I'll have to use force. Bribes and threats aren't going to work on me. If you refuse to come quietly, I'll have to use force.
You just threatened a member of the
No,
council.
I just arrested a crook who then resisted arrest. And I've got the evidence to prove it.
You're stripped of rank, declared an outlaw. Guards! Dispose of this criminal!
Not really how that works. Sorry, Collab. I've already murdered you. I guess she sidestepped instead of going down. That's not working the way I was hoping it might.
Cowards.
Yeah.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Right then. Thought to Bridget McDougall, who is about to become new CEO of Hope Tech, I suspect. How the heck did this person get in there? That way. That way? Well, at least we can make some cash. Oh, gun's already away. Let's save that. Let's collect packing. Nothing particularly good. I'm hoping he might have a bit more cash on him, but I don't know. Let's have stuff that way. Like a sensible person, she ran for cover. Get a little look around the inside of this under construction ship, because, you know, opportunities here. Yeah, Mr. Birkin, Sugarth, and a few others. So, I don't like the character. The voice acting is bang on, though. Unsurprisingly, it always is. Wes Johnson, is it? Something like that. Yeah, exactly. No, that's basically what I'm thinking. Don't forget the... Oh, good point. I'll go and do... No, they're on the way out. I'll quick save here before I do that. Definitely happy with my choice, though. Hope you can, Bridget.
He tried to have you killed.
Tried to kill me himself, in fact. He pulled the gun himself.
Like such a good person.
He's the CEO, you idiot!
The farmers and hiring those mercenaries? It was so awful.
It's literally mutually exclusive.
I'm just a little in shock. I'm still not sure I understand what happened. A conspiracy to steal farmland? It's just so hard to believe. That's not the Ron Hope I know.
Yeah, good shout that one, Steve. Cared about people loyal to him, but nobody else. It was a greedy bastard he put on a friendly face, yeah.
No, you're wrong. That's not all he was. He always looked out for us, for his employees.
Because it suited him, and he made more money by doing it, or he thought he was going to. Same you saw him for what he was, a monster.
We never saw that side of him. And now he's... You killed him.
Felt good to avenge the people he hurt. Didn't want it particularly. No, I wanted to put him in prison.
Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people.
Yeah, well, they didn't really know who he was, did they?
To us now?
Wouldn't have meant fuck all if they'd really known what was going on. Must be a second in command.
That would be Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out.
If only, Steve.
Find a path forward.
There are uncertain times ahead for you, but they will pass.
Indeed. I did not tell it to do that. Actually, I might have sort of maybe done that. I do love the industrial areas in particular in this game. Like, the design of them is really, really nicely done. Cool. Somewhere up here. Well, maybe that's it. Yeah, I'll just mark it. There's his orifice. Send some code showing inventory to Leah Castle. I can't remember why she wanted that, but we'll have a look. Hope Cemetery. Records go back all the way to Earth.
I suppose that is ours now. Eh?
Everything is mine, yes. I think that's everything, wasn't it? I wonder if the vice president or whatever is knocking around.
Every day my inbox just keeps growing.
Sorry, I have a mountain of work to do.
I heard Elena's name somewhere. I saw it flicker up. I was thinking it. Yeah, there she is. There's the new CEO of Hope Tech. Soon will we? Wait, if she's going to be CEO, maybe I have to shoot her too. On principle, you know. Back to Blake, who is probably not going to be best pleased that Ron Hope's dead. Not that he gave me a lot of options.
Off-worlders. Nothing ever good comes from them.
Pardon?
Yeah, well, don't go looking in there then. At least not for a little while when I get off the planet. Fun. Yeah, I didn't predict that Ron Hope would be behind it all. I feel like I probably should have done, though. Because when it was like, oh, it's Ron Hope who hired us in the first all along, I'm like, yep, that tracks. Didn't actually come as a surprise at all.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that beautiful sky.
Thank you for the reminder about the desk, though. I would have forgotten about that otherwise. What are we doing? 10:30. Back to Xion. Yeah, and Xion. Cheyenne, I suppose. I'm deliberating whether or not to go bigger or smaller. I might edge towards smaller maybe. On my ship design when I upgrade it, but I kind of want to go for that Hope Tech cockpit, and I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work, how best to make that work, rather. I wonder if this was set on Neon where the employees would have known more about the plot and would have gone along with it. Seems to be a more moral difference. Yeah, I think I don't know if they'd known more about it. I don't think they'd have been as surprised by it. I feel like the CEOs don't exactly share stuff with their workers on Neon. They're too busy exploiting them, and they're downtrodden in some ways, I think. I don't know. I don't think they'd have stood up against it either.
Join us, Deputy.
You're back.
Marshal Blake.
Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there?
Oh, have I got some developments for you? Yeah, more like a mass grave now. That's cold. It was their base.
I take it that they weren't too much trouble for you, given that you're standing here. Did you find out why
knife through
the
butter
First was taking over farms?
It's a scheme by that greedy bastard Ron Hope. I'm gonna be quite blunt and to the point about this.
Wait, you're saying it was Ron Hope who hired the first?
Seeing as he did turn a gun on me.
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
No,
so
he's not anymore.
Favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all?
Something about fertilizer didn't. Something about enriching soil to cut costs. Put as he's guilty. Let's give him the full details. Supply farms with experimental fertilizer, boosted soil's mineral content, but killed crops.
That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims.
Now, tell me, can you scan the brain of a dead guy? Taking my word isn't good enough.
Are you seriously asking me that?
Well, how's about anybody who has a problem with that pulls out a gun and see if they can win? And we'll keep going through them all until my word is good enough. Or they could just, live. Hope's instructions to Paxton up.
All right, let's see what you've got.
Fucking should be good enough.
Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this?
Yep. He and his man attacked me, he didn't survive. I'd hoped he'd turn himself in, but didn't go in without a fight. He tried to have me killed, it was his last mistake. Hoped he'd turn himself in, but he wouldn't go down without a fight.
Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective.
One of
the people can't trust their
leadership
leaders.
turns out to be
Anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
Nice shiny badge to match his.
Pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger?
I'm ready since the start, and I'll show you it will be an honor. Be an honor.
Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors,
I mean, I accidentally killed a few.
I hereby promote
there
you
was
to the
quick
rank
save.
of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you for having thanked me. About damn time. Strive to be worthy of the title. Yeah, strive to be worthy.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Got a lot of bars in the city. All
Drinks are on that guy.
Except Aggie's.
Woo! Star Eagle awarded. As a fully fledged Freestar Ranger, you've been granted your very own Star Eagle class starship with no registration fee required. Woo, nice. Got a ship for my trouble as well. I mean, I like the and a Ranger spacesuit. That's interesting. I wasn't seeing that coming.
So.
Oh, bunch of stuff. And where Justifier. Caliber caseless. Have a look at the new goodies I got. So, Freestar Ranger badge. Hell yeah. Hope Infantry. Justifier is a lawgiver. With a unique skin on it. That's cool. Deleted you, but unfortunately not quite as badass as I would hope. It's cool. It's nice. Got a nice skin on it. I actually like all of this detailing more than I do the kind of burnt oil kind of vibe, oil on water colours. But otherwise, that's quite cool. I can go on my wall if nothing else. Ranger Jeweler. Yeah, that's what I was expecting it to be. Not a big fan of that personally. Ranger Spacesuit. Ooh, I do like the look of that. Unfortunately, it is quite a dip in stats. Ranger Helmet. Also quite a dip in stats. Ranger Pack. Also quite a dip in stats. Do kind of wish it wasn't. Yeah, I mean the style's a bit kind of... It's not quite as nice as the one I've got. Bit unfortunate, but it can go on display, can't it?
Well, hey there.
And I've got a ship, but we'll check that out in a minute.
Not everyone gets to...
Costumes. I like the... yeah. I think the outfit I've got is definitely the best one. So Delgado's stuff is somewhere else. And that's his spacesuit, which was quite nice, but... yeah, I think ultimately it's coming out. Flavor of equip, equip. Yep. I mean, it's an interesting vibe. It kind of gives me a little bit of Dune vibes, just a little bit. Not really that into the look of that though, so I'm kind of not overly upset that it's not particularly attractive or the stats are terrible. The feet are horrifically hideous on it. Some good stuff on the go there. Find somewhere to display a few other bits eventually. Range of jewel where can go. Do you have anywhere better to display? So, guess that must be the thing that's in there I'm not too bothered about having out. That can go in. Nice. Improving. 5 in this quest line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 off the top of my head, and the spacesuit. 4 on a spacesuit, depending on whether or not you want to count that. So you've got the officer's uniform. You've got Major Hull's specific variant of the officer's uniform. You've got the soldiers' uniforms, which are also quite cool, by the way. And then you've got the spacesuit. And the ranger outfit as well. I don't think there was a set of deputy clothing, was there? I think you got a badge, but that was it. Yeah. Definitely a cool looking outfit, that one. Nice. Ranger uniform, yeah. Yeah, got that one. I wish I had a better place to display all of this stuff. I think mods will probably solve that. Like, there are definitely some good mods for Skyrim that put really good display rooms for stuff you picked up in homes. So I could see a staircase materializing around here. And a lower floor, including a room with displays and stuff, being added down there. Okay. Excuse me. So I've got this tombstone is definitely better than the other one I had. The other ones I've had.
In town, if I don't say so myself.
Spend a bit of time tweaking my character's look, and we need to have a look at the ship as well, don't we? Let's go this way. Because I also want to stop by the bookstore, which is here. I think.
Feel free to read. If you want to purchase anything, just let me know. Let me see. Certainly.
I must have already given her my copy of Frankenstein. So there was Sarah Morgan and Barrett. Apparently they thought talk about stuff. Okay, that's fine. LA landmark. Get return Solomon Coast Shane inventory to Leah Castler. Where is she? Oh, I know where she is. Just as soon as came out of them, my brain went ting. There's a museum, isn't there? Co-Heritage Museum. There we go.
If you find any more of the Coe family's legacy, please let me know.
Shame some things appear to be locked into expected completion level rather than player level. Yeah, or you know, whatever the top tier is. I'm not sure if there is a good solution to that, because you can end up dishing out overpowered weapons if you lock things to the top tier.
History is greatly appreciated.
And then, you know, somebody might complete quests early, wind up with something that's more powerful than they should have. Which is not the end of the world or anything, but still. Or you can go with the lock it to a specific level, in which case you get a lot of things that are useless. A lot of useless uniques, rather. Or you can scale it to player level, in which case it'll probably get out-leveled over time anyway. So, I don't know what the solution is, but yeah, it does kind of suck that these things become basically duds, either soon after or straight away.
Welcome to the Co-Heritage. Let me see. Oh, I know what this is. This is
It's on
Solomon's
Ron Hope's
manifest from
desk.
his first
I
trip to
nabbed it.
Xion. Every single thing he thought he might need. Wow. If you find anything else, please come back. The museum is always open to you.
Yeah, a bit no. I was thinking I might. Oh, there's a quite interesting looking Hope Tech ship. I was thinking I might swap my ships over to obviously have a look at the new one, but I'll just do it in the menu, I think, in a second. Just because. I'm concerned about cargo capacity. There's some fairly full-on Hope Tech ship design. I am not going entirely down this road, but I do want that cockpit. It's very, very square, because it's very, very heavily geared towards cargo, but that is definitely one of the cooler looking cockpits. The one objection I do have right now, I can't get inside this, so it kind of doesn't matter. So far as I can tell here, it is impossible to get inside this cockpit. The ship does not actually have an interior. It'll be marked as inaccessible if I run to the door, but there's no door at the back, because that's where the captain's locker and stuff are. And these cockpits, as far as I'm aware, are always solely accessible from beneath. Unless they can also be made accessible from the top as well. But I think it's only from underneath. So you have to climb up by a ladder, which I kind of like about them, because it gives them a pretty distinct vibe. But there is no ladder in this one. Yeah. Anyway. I don't feel that I want to modify any quest reward ships, even if they're not very useful. Like, because I feel like I want to keep them as they are. As kind of souvenirs. Which is why we need somewhere with a ship hangar, so you can go and visit all your ships. Yeah, one day maybe.
Anything I can help you with? Need some work done? Sure, have at it.
That's the frontier, but I did modify a lot. But needs must on that one. Razor Leaf, haven't modified that. That's the Mantis' ship. Wonderwell, this is the one you get from your parents as a result of their the whole looking after your parents, going and visiting home, that sort of thing. Quest line. What's it called? The traits, kid stuff. The one. You see prison shuttle. Star Eagle. Ooh. Engines, shields, and grav drives are not as good. Got battery. It's got EM weapons on it. Ooh, cool. Missiles and lasers. I'd swap the lasers. An A-class reactor, but it's got bugger all cargo capacity, I suspect. Well, it claims it's got 2,500. Seems unlikely. Well, it looks like a decent fighter. It's basically the same as what's her name had. The Ranger. I would, if I could, I don't know if I can actually, I'd probably want to put a window or something on there because this is kind of blunt and flat at the front. Otherwise, it's 3 wide, 3 tiers from the look of it, yeah. Quite a lot of hubs and stuff going on in here. I want to have a look around the inside of this. But yeah, it's an interesting design. It's quite cool. One of the few things that does suck. You can't access everything at your own.
What is it?
At your own landing pad, so you have to travel all around the world because it makes building ships such a pain in the backside. Yeah, that's it. Another design, but I hate the cockpit. Is this Stroud cockpit? Can't remember. I think it was.
Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
There are other matters that require my attention.
Talk to me, my dear friend.
Farah and Sarah wanted to talk, didn't they? So Sarah's in here. Let's go and have a chat with Sarah. In case I have regrets, we'll quick save this.
My day just got a whole lot brighter.
I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The
Begin by turning around.
Is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process.
He seemed pretty shaken up about the whole thing, wasn't really that impressed. Cut to the chase, tell me how to deal with them. He never encountered anything like them before. There you go.
Don't stay away too long.
I am going to hold off on talking to her right now because I don't want it to kind of tack on to the end of this episode. I'd rather have it kind of a bit more better organised. I think that's the best way of putting it. Evening Neil, liking the name there. Biggest change from this patch to last patch. The biggest one for me is DLSS. The game is running much more smoothly now that I've got DLSS on. So that's the biggest one for me. Other than that, it's little bug fixes really. So it's not a massively exciting patch in that regard. Like I say, if you're running an NVIDIA graphics card on PC, then it's considerably improved. As the frame rates were all over the place before. They still are kind of all over the place, but they're a lot more consistent and the baseline is higher. And if I wasn't streaming, it'd be even higher, which is always good. Companions. Mostly I find the companions... Their AI drives me a bit nuts, so in that regard I have somewhat mixed feelings. So far... I thought Sarah was going to be my first choice, to the point where I actually ended up marrying Sarah. Although having some second thoughts now, because she is... There are elements of her personality that irritate me, to say the least. And she's very UC and I'm not. So there's that. Androsia I like a lot. She does have the odd liner that's slightly grating, and the same AI issues. But on the whole, I kind of like her. Barrett's quite funny. Not much good in combat, though. I mean, he's not combat orientated at all. Mind you, gear offsets a lot of that as well. And it's a Bethesda game, so combat is not the hardest in the world, even on the harder difficulties. So yeah, Barrett's good for fun. Can use about spoilers. Well, let's avoid spoilers. I do like looking out the windows of ships, though. Yeah, Androsia's quite fun. She's got a cool personality, interesting background. Sam Coe, again, interesting background. Seems nice enough. I've not spent a lot of time with him yet, but kind of looking forward to spending some more. And yeah, that's kind of my takes on that at the moment.
Need something, Chief?
Anyhow, yeah, I think that's probably a sensible point to put a pin in today, because yeah, we finished off the 3-star Ranger quest line. Ironically, I am now a fully fledged 3-star Ranger and have no work to do for them. There we go. I mean, they were saying, like, oh, they don't want you to become head of every single faction and stuff. So not becoming the Marshal makes sense. But becoming a Ranger, that's cool. Then you can go and do, excuse me, Ranger missions from their board. So you can kind of play the role a bit if you want to. But it's kind of go here, kill pirates kind of vibe. So it's not the most in-depth once you've done the main story. But, yeah, it is cool nonetheless. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that questline. It was interesting, decent twist at the end. I kind of wasn't surprised by it, as I say, but I also didn't see it coming. I feel like I should have done, though. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It was cool. I kind of, like, get the way all the characters were. I feel like Hull was so blinkered by his situation that some of what he was saying didn't make a huge amount of sense. Like, we were betrayed by cowardly leaders, blah blah blah. But they called off the particular battle and called a ceasefire on I forgot the name of the planet now. We've actually been there, where all the mechs were. We went there as part of the UC's Vanguard questline, actually, but they still ultimately won the war, which would have happened if he and his people had followed orders, but they didn't. So, yeah, I kind of get why he felt, to a certain extent, like all the lives that were lost during that battle were kind of thrown away needlessly if it was just, the whole battle was unresolved. But equally, yeah, it's kind of war, and ultimately the war was won. So his take was not good, and he was obviously the losses he sustained during that campaign obviously sat with him a lot more heavily than, well, yeah, than is good for him. You know, obviously couldn't live with it or shake it, and ended up going a bit nuts. So what can you do? It was quite fun. It's kind of credible to believe that would have happened, and the fact that he then did that and then got through, you know, continued the attack, was angry that being ordered not to and carried on anyway, achieved victory, and then was thrown into prison for 20 years and basically forgotten about by Freestyle Collective. Only to hear while he's there about his entire division regiment being disbanded and the mechs being outlawed and stuff, and Freestyle Collective agreeing to that. Kind of get why he's what felt the way he did, but even if like it's, you know, no solid basis to it, no. Ultimately the colony war started because the Freestyle Collective set up a few farmers on a planet. The UC used that as an excuse to call breach of the Treaty of Narian and invaded and attacked, and then the subsequent war, Freestar Collective defended themselves and were successful in doing so and won. So, goals were achieved. Independence and peace still maintained, mostly, or returned. His takes kind of narrow and focused on his personal set of issues and not the bigger picture. Anyway. Yeah, they could have packed up and gone and explored. Potentially. There's a question of having the resources to do that. Because if they're... At the end of the colony war, this is an armoured division, it's a cavalry division, so that mechs were their whole thing, not ships. They might have had ships, potentially, but still. Presumably they did. And whether or not they'd have been able to just take them and leave, I don't know, as opposed to them being owned and stuff by the Freestar Collective. It might have been hard for him to get set up in order to head out and leave like House Varun did. But, I mean, essentially his setting up the mercenary brigade post-prison was also expensive and difficult to do, but then that was funded by smuggling, so can't really condone that. I don't know whether or not he had quite the ability to get out and leave as he could have, as it might have seemed, but on the other hand, he would have felt that was turning his back on the things he'd fought for, so I can kind of see why he didn't as well. Or couldn't, might be a better way of putting it. Yeah, I thought it was interesting fun. Definitely has certain threads to the real world. It was cool. And yeah, we got some really cool outfits out of it. Definitely like some of those. The ship looks amazing. Don't think it's going to be useful to me because I don't think it's got cargo capacity. Didn't see any. Or not much anyway, so we need to upgrade my current arrangement before long. I don't really want to change... I mean, if it already had the cargo capacity, it'd be fine, but I don't really want to change too much visually about about any of the ships I get at the end of a quest line, because I kind of want to keep them as trophies, kind of. Much like that spacesuit that is useless, but I'm keeping it anyway. So yeah. If they took the mech suit to stop him. Well, mechs are only good on the ground. So, trying to get away from there, he'd either be stuck on the planet he was on, and they would probably ultimately starve him out, I guess. Would be the only option, unless they wanted to become farmers. Or, yeah, possibly bomb him from space, but I don't know if that's an option. Either way, I don't think he'd managed to have one regiment fighting off the rest of the Freestar's military would not have gone well. And certainly wouldn't have had the people on his side. Reactor, shields, and grav drive. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to do that, Steve, because there's basically almost no visual change. But yeah, it's still, without massive cargo bays, doesn't make it useful to me. That's the one big issue I've got with potentially putting together, a smaller ship, which I was toying with the idea of doing, is that I need somewhere to attach a lot of cargo bays, and I won't have the option to do that on a smaller ship. And I'm already having difficulty with making sure I've got enough space on board my ship to have access to what I need to continually be building with. So, yeah, I'll have to go for at least a medium-sized ship to have sufficient cargo space. Maybe I'll make a massive one. I don't want to go too massive, because then the proportions are going to look weird. If you go too big, the cockpit's going to look tiny, isn't it? We'll see. Probably something similar. I don't know. Similar size to what I currently have, but with more cargo, maybe, if I figure out a way to do that. We'll see. Anyway, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you, as it is about that time of the evening. Tomorrow, we will have a Starfield Player Home up. It's not an outpost. It's I'm doing the sleep crate from Neon, which is very, very small. So it'll probably be quite a short video, probably. I haven't actually put it together yet, but I don't imagine it'll take terribly long. You've got massive capacity with the perk. Yeah, I do need to spec into the perk as well. That'll help. So yeah, that'll be the plan tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, maybe early evening, depending on how long it takes me to get done. And yeah, then I'll have to think about a Fallout build because it's coming up due for one of those. Which I should really aim for sooner rather than later. We'll see. I might do some over the weekend, or I might do it early part of next week, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. I might have to make an effort to rejig my schedule back onto something sensible so that I'm aiming Fallout builds for the weekend and Starfield ones during the week, because starting a Fallout build on Tuesday following a Tuesday works better than trying to have it up on a Tuesday, as that's when the changeover time is, whereas we don't have that issue for Starfield. So cargo pods under the wing mounts. Yeah, kind of works. Like I say, I'll have to look into it. I bet if there isn't already, there soon will be a mod that puts all shipbuilding options available at your landing pad at your outpost, because that will be a damn sight easier than the current arrangement, which is not convenient, to say the least. Oh, well, we'll sort something out. Anyway, folks, so weekend we'll have some downtime apart from the video, and we'll be back in on Monday, and we'll see what we do. I guess probably some more main story, maybe, and I'll have a look around, maybe do some other bits and pieces. No, I don't know. I'll have to see. I might want to cross off a few little bits of side quests and stuff. I don't think there's a lot in Akita at the moment, but there's definitely a load of quests in Neon that we need to be doing at some point, probably fairly soon. Sort of working through that, because I think all the faction quest lines are now done, as far as I know. There's ally quest lines to do, so companion quests and stuff like that. So we're going to have to work through some of that. I don't know. I might jump into the story, do a bit more of the story, and then come back. We'll see. I think a lot of the major chunks of quests are getting crossed off now. It's just smaller bits, really. But yeah, that's cool. Anyway, folks, on that joyous note, thank you for hanging out tonight. I hope you've had fun. Do check out likes, subs, notification bells, social media links, merch store, all that good stuff down there, and channel memberships as well if you would like to. I very, very, very much appreciate. And yeah, say video tomorrow, and something cool hopefully going on next week. We'll see. But for now, have yourselves a good weekend. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your evening. Hope those of you in the US had a good Thanksgiving as well. I'm guessing some are still recovering from it as well, which is fair. Yeah, I'll catch you all at the start of a new week for some more Starfield, a little bit of Fallout. It'll be cool. So, until then, have yourselves a good one. Catch you next time. Night, folks. See ya.